Hello everyone, welcome back to the Plunder Den. In this week's episode, we're going to take a look at Firelock Games' new ship, the Barco Luengo. So this is kind of I would say a filler episode, to be honest, because I have been kind of under the weather, and I haven't been able to finish my third part of my medieval village. So just so you guys know, I'm doing a water mill. I'm going to go down to the table. I'll kind of show you where I'm at with that. I'm kind of halfway constructing it, and it kind of fits in with my river tiles, and I'm really excited to get that all done. I've never actually done a water wheel, like a water mill, let's say. There's a water wheel on it, but a water mill. And I wanted to get that done for the medieval village, but unfortunately I was under the weather and just wasn't able to work on that as much as I would like to. So I figured still touch base with everybody and just kind of cover this new ship that came out. So I got the ship and a couple of the new miniatures, and I wanted to check them out. They're their new casted miniatures. They're not the metal ones anymore. They're a new style miniature that they had, so I really wanted to take a look at that. Maybe we'll do a future episode. If you guys really want me to, I can do like a painting tutorial on the Barco Luengo if you want, or some of the miniatures that I got in this box. But essentially this is just an unboxing. We're just going to take a look at it and take a look at the new ship and see what it looks like. I understand it's a resin ship, so we'll find out in a minute. It's one of the new, the back there is a plastic ship, the sloop that came out. But this is a resin ship, so kind of back to the old style ships. So it's kind of exciting. I like the resin boats, a little heavy ship on the game table, but that's maybe just a personal preference for me. Nothing wrong with the plastic ones. I like those too. The sloops are awesome. So, but anyways, let's get down to the table and let's do this unboxing and check out this new ship. Okay, so let's cut this open. I kind of got started cutting it open and I'm not recording. So I went back and started recording before I went into here and started looking through the box. So let's take a look at what we got in here. Now I imagine they don't have a box yet for this ship. I know it's the same size as a bark. It looks like somebody just wrote an O on the end. That's awesome. But this box makes sense to fit it in here. It's similar to the bark. It's a Spanish ship, is my understanding, and it's more of a coastal patrol ship. It has a similar decks to a bark, and once I get it out here, we'll take a look at it. I'm going to look at the ship card if I can ever get it out of this box. There we go. So just kind of looking at some of the stats of this ship, you can see that it can have two guns at the very front of the boat, which makes it kind of unique. It's got chasers right at the front, and then it's got quite a bit of armaments on the back here. You got 4 swivel guns and a room for 4 light cannons. Actually, it's kind of similar to the Tartana in that way. On the back, it's got a lot of weaponry in the back. But it's got a good jumping starting point right off the front there. Two swivels, and you can have up to 2 medium cannons up at the front there. So you can actually have medium cannons. So that sets it apart a lot from the bark. You can get hard cover on this one, reinforced bulkheads. So that's an upgrade you can have similar to the bark. So actually the rigging and stuff that comes in this box is the same as the bark. So it's got a lot of similarities to the bark itself. So let's take a look at the ship itself. So it definitely is a resin boat. And like I said, it's got the same gear as the bark. But it has these new casted cannons, which we'll take a look here in a sec. But I really like the fact that they're all assembled and built for you. It saves you a lot of time. The metal ones, you had to glue the cannon on top, and then the new plastic ones they had on the sprue, you have to there were several components to it. It took some time to build. But the other parts looks like it's in one piece. So again, this is a resin ship. Great details, as all Firelock game ships are. Looks fantastic. It's got similar. The back of it kind of looks similar to a brigantine, actually, kind of. Just a kind of somewhat the shape of it. It's a 2 cannon ports in the back, but it's definitely a smaller ship, more like a bark, but definitely heavier armaments on it for sure. It's got a little bit more than a bark, so it packs a little bit more of a punch. I know it's kind of risky going straight at somebody. You might get raked by somebody if you're not careful, but if you can get that initial strike there with your medium cannons. All right, so let's look at some of these. That's what I was talking about. It's all fully one piece. Hardly any flashing, anything on it at all. There won't be any cleanup on those. So they'll paint up nice and look really good. So these are some of the new miniatures, those casted miniatures I was talking about. This is kind of I don't know, it's kind of like a resin too, it looks like. It's not, I know they did a Siocast before and they were kind of a little, I think a little more brittle. These ones are a lot more strong. They got a lot of strength to them. And of course the details are amazing. So these came out good. These are the new Spanish Corsairs unit. I definitely wanted to get a couple of packs of these. I figured it'd go good with this ship, with this coastal ship here, and something new for the Spanish. I really actually have seen these miniatures posted online, and I was immediately drawn to them. They're really really awesome looking. You got a few pieces bent, but I'm sure I could just microwave some water, stick them in there, and straighten that out. It won't be too difficult. And actually, that one gun, I think, is the only thing that was kind of somewhat bent. But the rest of them were all in good shape there. So this is the new French commander they released, legendary commander, Pierre Lemoyne. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But he's the new commander. He's got kind of some interesting abilities. His command range is not bad, 12 inches. These are some of his special abilities. Interesting one is at the very bottom there, Unorthodox Force. It looks like you can have a unit of Braves as a core unit, which is very cool. That's something interesting. You can have some interesting possibilities with this commander with native and French forces, so really cool. And I finally got, it's not the metal one, but it is the this monkey on the statue here that they originally released. I believe it was in one of the first Kickstarters. I got it looks like the resin version of it, which is cool. All right, so let's look at the project that I never got done. So this is how far I've gotten on my next project for Blood and Crowns, but for the medieval town, is this water wheel. So I spent a lot of time building that wheel itself. I am going to build a second floor. I kind of want to have a raised level there so you can shoot out those windows. This is kind of more of a factory. They would make grains and stuff in here. So I'm going to make it kind of like a warehouse look to it. Some machinery here where I'm pointing with my finger there. And so I just kind of did the basic structure of it. The way I shaped it so it fits nicely onto my river tiles. And of course I haven't glued that in yet. I'm going to probably paint it first before I permanently put it in there. Just to get everything correct. But it's coming along nicely. I'm really happy with my progress on it. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to quite get done in time for this Tuesday's episode, so probably need a couple more weeks and we'll get this all done up, and I wanted to have it in a single episode. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.